And when I'm Soni, your host for the broadcast and contributing editor at CIO News. This is a recorded session and will be available on our website, that is cionews.co.in, and our CIO News LinkedIn handle. This is an exclusive fireside chat powered by Avaya on transformation through customer experience. Businesses are built by the experience they provide. Every day, millions of those experiences are delivered by Avaya, and Avaya is shaping what's next for the future of work with innovation and partnership that deliver game-changing business benefits.
Okay, fair enough, please.
Yes, sir. So, sir, I'm excited to invite you on the chat today. Just to give a brief about Mr. Bibhas. Mr. Bibhas is the manager IT at Neotia Initiatives Limited. Mr. Bibhas has 25 years of rich experience working for organizations such as PCS Technology, Gamut Infosystem. Bibhas has led several digital transformation initiatives for industries like pharmaceutical, healthcare, etc. Strong domain expertise and business process analysis and delivery and customer handling. So it's an absolute pleasure to have you.
Yeah, thank you. It's my pleasure to have this session.
Thanks, sir. So along is Saurabh Lakhanpal. Saurabh, welcome again. He's our domain specialist at Avaya Customer Experience Solutions. Saurabh is an avid CX advocate and has 12 years of experience in providing contact center and workforce optimization solutions. Saurabh has worked in roles like pre-sales, solution consulting, sales specialist across leading organizations. Welcome, Saurabh, again.
Thanks, Khushbu. Nice to hear from you again, and welcome, Mr. Bibhas. So, we'll start with the session right on, and the first question that I have for you is, how are you managing your customer experience? I know, from your perspective, you would not be directly into a direct-to-consumer model, but through distributors and other models. But customer experience is as important for you as well. So, how are you managing it?
See, basically in healthcare, where we are the service provider. Okay, now in healthcare, managing customer is not directly, we are not involved, but definitely the betterment, how the service can be done in a systematic manner. That is one of the point. Second point is what are the difficulties operation teams are facing or nursing team are facing during providing services. That is second part. Third part is very much important, that attachment with doctors and patient. How we can make them see when they are into the hospital, they will be for OPD. If it is a OPD case, they will be hardly for 1 hour, 2 hours. And beyond OPD, if they got admitted due to some any disease, it will be a 2 days, 3 days interaction with doctor. Now, beyond that, how you can improve the relationship of patients and doctors with various of activities, like various of activities in the sense like informations about upcoming diseases, how you need to maintain the lifestyles, what will be the precautions for in the rainy season or any season. So this kind of things, when you take the doctor through a chat or through a webinar and try to link to the patient, then they get motivated. Patient get someone is there who can who is there. We can connect them in our difficulties. So this kind of improvement we have brought in our hospitals, and try to involve patients and doctor relationships and try to improve their relationships in various segments.
Right, sir. And you mentioned about some of the digital channels as well. You're using chat channel as well to connect with the consumers. So, how have you seen digital channels being adopted by, your customers? And, is that something that you're using regularly or have started to use now?
No, no, we are, see, it has been increased a lot during this pandemic situation. Means if you can connect it from 2020 January or February or to till date, it has been increased a huge number. But prior to that, there was some awareness issues with the customers, because we have done frequently. We are doing this. Means it's a long time process. We are trying to improve things. But previously, they were busy with some other things, or they do not have such awareness. Now, when this pandemic comes, these digital channels are involved in all areas, not in only in healthcare, because in education segment also, everybody has their own kids or own child going to schools and other colleges and universities. So they are aware of the, now parents are aware of these digital channels. Sometimes both the if both the parents are working, so definitely they are knowing these digital channels. So during this pandemic, this has been a learning session that people are very much open to learn about the technology. Previously, this anything new launch, that need to be taken time for getting communicated to the people, or the awareness need to be created. So now, a simple example I am giving you. Previously, when we have implemented the online payment gateway, so people have not adapted it. So they come to hospital, they pay, or the bill has been done, so they are making payment in cash card or anything. Now, when this pandemic has come, when people are trying to avoid touches, or avoid to get interact with multiple things, now or avoid to come to hospitals for any reason, so they started using these payment gateways and other things. Now, so this is also a digital transformation. People previously was not adopting this, or awareness was not fully there. Now people from for their insight also, they have started learning these things. So this
Yeah.
has helped as a technological part, or technology evaluation part. It has helped us a lot that people have started trying to learn things and adapting things. So because we can do hell lot of technology upgradation, but if it has been not been taken by the customer, then it is no use. No.
Exactly. And even the, if I say the awareness was there with the people, but there was some concerns, if what if the payment stuck, would my money go out, and how
Another
would that
thing,
happen? So I think
another
very true.
thing, you
Pandemic has
can,
increased that
yeah,
adoption rate very, very.
there are two or three segment of people in metro cities. There are segment of people who is already adapting them, but there are a lot of people who live in a rural.
Right.
Nowadays, they are also having a smartphone. They are also using payment gateway, because uh, we have a nursing college. So on 2020 August, there was a result declared. Then the session started for admission. Basically, nurses come from a bit outskirt of the city. Maximum means 60 or 70% of nurses who are willing to do nursing study, they come from bit outskirt of the city. Some there are some surroundings like hills area, so they come. Now, previously, now in 2020, we have done online admission, because people's are convents closed, everything is shut down. So how the admission process will come? Now we have started online admission. They have we checked that they have adopted that, means online interviews. Then they have done online admission payment. So this thing has been done. So this pandemic has teaches us a lot, which means adapting technologies.
Right. And next question is very tricky. In your environment, if I talk to a normal enterprise, for them, it's very easy to define what their customer experience is, and how do they measure it. But in your environment, how do you measure your customer experience? What are the criterias that you consider for those?
Uh, Although we are trying to implement customer feedback, but sometimes it's not happen. Most of the time, it's not happen. Why? Because when patients are admitted or patient does not want to stay in hospital, this is not a place where patient will love or any customer will love to stay. So they come for treatment. Once the treatment is done, they try as fast as they can move out from these premises. Now, in this situation, we are trying. So we have not got success 100%, but we are trying to get some patient feedback automations in that segment, and we are trying to do it digital also, digitize also, but putting some kiosk. But practically speaking, it is not happening
Mhm.
the way we are thinking. Because see, when either when the patient, inpatient, in terms of inpatient, when they will give feedback at the time of discharge. So at the time of discharge, it is not possible to connect all the 100, 200 patient. Suppose in a particular day there are 50 discharges. Now you cannot go every 50 patient with a tab and taking their. Either you will send the link.
Exactly.
Now, if you
Yeah.
send the link, they might get, most of them time are getting ignored. If you put a kiosk, somebody will do, somebody will not do. You cannot force them because they are in a hurry to move out from the premises. So it's
That's
a
very
challenge
correct.
area. Is a challenge area, but still we are trying to do as per their comfort to take the feedback. But yes, there are some manual processes is followed that with every day round and try to understand the what is their feelings. So in this way, but it is a not a automated process.
Right. All right. And so my next question, Mr. Biswas, is around the technology. Right. So, there is a lot of buzz in the, market around the cloud. Everybody is, from technology perspective, is moving to cloud. So what about, about your organization? Are you already on cloud or planning to move your
See,
stack to cloud?
our technology evaluation started means for this. I like to share one thing that our technology evaluation. I have joined over here in 2010. Now, previously there was an email server, physical email server. And after joining, I have seen that every day we used to receive 4 5 calls regarding emails is not getting downloaded and so. First thing I have done, implemented over here, that we have hosted the email to a third party, and from that the evaluation has been started, technology evaluation. In 2017, we have adopted the cloud. So right now we are into cloud. From 2017 September, our first rollout was there in cloud, and from now then onwards we are using cloud only. So our most of the application is in cloud. There are very one or two small application which we is not feasible as our review. So that's why we keep those small things in on premises
That's
application.
great to hear. And so the next question is around, another, technology buzzword is AI and ML. So are you using, something on those lines from AI ML capability or from the
See,
analytics capability?
See, AI in healthcare has been started in 2015-16 onwards. So there are various devices being that time it has been come with which will give you online results, online analytical things. So this thing has started in 2015-16. Now it has got improved and it has affected a lot. Means there are many such areas where AI has implemented. So we have also implemented a couple of things as per our need, because in Kolkata, both the hospital we are having is a super specialty hospital, mother and child. So as per the scope, we have implemented the AI because see in critical care, doctor can see their vitals on their mobile. So the analytical part also. Then another thing we have implemented is the analytical result of lab result. Their laboratory test result of a certain period, like 1 year or 2 year, how their vitals are coming up and coming down. So it will, and hospital management or the operational team will get an alert that these patients are getting fractured. So we can give him or her a suggestion regarding this. So these kind of things has already been implemented in our segment.
Correct. And that brings me to my last question, which is around pandemic. And it has been very different for people on the other side of the table, and for you.
Yeah,
And for you guys, it's always been in hospital, right? And
yeah,
with this pandemic coming in, it has increased a lot, right?
yeah.
So it's very general question. How have you managed through this pandemic and the lockdown and the multiple waves that we have been through?
See, beside our running hospitals, we have 3 hospitals and 4 clinics. We have set up a COVID care center, 58 bedded COVID care center in Kolkata. Okay. Now, this setup has been done during the pandemic time only. So we face challenges, but getting materials is one of the bigger challenges because at when you are building up a setup or running a hospital, getting adequate devices or materials on time is a very much challenges. That challenges we have faced. We have faced getting the services on time. Suppose anything need to be done or any in terms of network, in terms of security, anything need to be done. That challenges we have faced. The positive part is that in this pandemic time, we have done some new implementations also with the help of the technology. Because now where bandwidth is not an issue right now, where bandwidth cost has come means cheaper than earlier. Now we have during this pandemic time we got some time, so means enough time to study on regarding we can do what internal betterment for IT, like on a security part, on a data security part, on a user backup part, how we can do better. So we have done some implementation on that throughout our group, and everything has been done online. So we have placed the order now. Vendor, the service provider has installed their things on our server and configured it. So everything has done online. So better means during this pandemic, not only servicing to our customer, we have done our betterment also, as we have got sometimes to on a regular day. It does not happen to put some on new technologies and all these things. So we have done this part. Means we have done these implementations also during this time.
Great to hear that technology has helped you guys during the pandemic as well. All right, so that was my last question. Thank you so much, Mr. Bibhas, for
Yeah,
your
it's a
valuable
great pleasure to having a
insight.
discussion with.
Yeah. So over to you, Khushbu.
Thank you so much, Saurabh, for moderating. Thanks, Mr. Vibhas, for sharing
Yeah,
your experience with us on this platform. It was a pleasure to have you, sir.
thank you so much.